everybody, and welcome to Wine Library TV. I am your host, Gary Vaynerchuk, and this, my friends, is the Thunder Show, aka the internet's most passionate wine program. And from the bottom of my heart, I want to wish you and your family a fantastic and awesome Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving is an amazing time of year. Pretty much makes me think of family even more than any other holiday, Mott. You know, I'm a family, I'm the family guy. Not like the family guy, that whole McFarlane, but I'm a family guy. And so I really want to just say hello, first of all, to all the people that are drinking this secret pack. Thank you so much. Hundreds and hundreds of you out there tasting along. I want to say hello to Aunt Sue and Uncle Larry, Cousin Timmy, because I know there's a lot of new eyeballs on the show right now. And yes, everything they've said about me is true. I'm the greatest of all time. I love... Just kidding, but it's really awesome to have you on the show, and we've got 4 great wines here that I hope you're excited about, because I am, and we've got the big-ass glass here for the big wine at the end, and I know tomorrow's Black Friday, Mott. We're probably promoting this by the time this airs. This secret thank you pack is going to be obnoxious. Trust me. Cinderella, early December. Got to probably wait one more week at this point. It's going to be huge. Mott, link it up. Because that will have the details. I'm still figuring them out as we tape this. Really excited, though, because we've got 4 great wines, and I know you're going to be tasting along, and that gets me super jazzed. There's a little extra electricity in the air, and so I don't see any reason, Mott, that I should, talk. We're a little Thanksgiving down. I don't know how much that's kind of nice. No reason to wait. The Leitz Rangau Riesling 2007, which is a great vintage, 15 bones. Is a great starting point. Riesling is an amazingly interesting wine this time of year. A lot of people drink Riesling during Thanksgiving time. This is the out Riesling. Kind of like, one of my other favorite German. Is Heidi Klum German? I think so. Another favorite, German export. Kind of like, she's like, either you're in or you're out. This is the Leitz out Riesling. 15 bones, usually 15 to 18 retail. Really a beautiful varietal to have with your Thanksgiving dinner, especially as the opening aperitif. So if you're watching this and you're doing dinner tonight, this might be what you want to serve your guests as they first get there. This is definitely the wine you want to start with in the bunch. Some nice color, not too bad. 9.5% alcohol content. Mott, maybe the lowest of the bunch. I mean, this is so low. You may even want to have some of the young... No, we, of course, 21 and older. But, I mean, this is a low-alcohol wine. Let's give it a sniffy sniff. For all you newbies out there, that's the bouquet. I'm a very big fan of smelling the wine. It's kind of like going to the movies. If you don't watch the previews, why go, right? So that's kind of how I feel about smelling wine. And don't give me this. I know some of you are doing this. Give me this. Not getting that. I want your nose up in there. And the first thing I'm getting across here is kind of like sparkly apples. So like apples mixed with cava, which is a sparkling wine from Spain. Now some of you, again, this is the fun part of watching the video where you guys guess things you smell and then I say it. You might have me on pause right now. Each year I get emails like, oh, Cousin Judy was so pumped because she said burnt tire and it was in the wine. So, say what you feel. That's the best part about wine. What do you smell here? If you're smelling something a little chemically, I understand. You don't have to use wine terms, and don't be scared. There's nothing to be scared about. Just call it as you see it. And white wine is fine. Smells like white wine. A little bit of like sugar cube in there as well. Look, sugar cane, apple-y. Let's give it a whirl. Some nice acidity. This wine's actually showing better than I thought. Really good acidity in the back end, but light and very creamy. Almost like a peach puree was made. Like you took peaches and just beat it up, and almost like if peaches. You know how they do it with squash and butternut squash, and you turn it into like a mashed potato. I would debate that peaches could probably pull that off. And this is what this kind of tastes like, with maybe like a little hint of like seltzer water on top, because the acid on the back end. Really good balance. Not too sharp on the acidity on the back end, though I like that. Yes, I do want the wine to take out its razor blade and cut my tongue. I love that much acid. This, on the other hand, is not that bad. A little more balance, which actually makes me believe that more people would like this. This is showing very well. And for such a simplistic kind of like wine, and you know, it's showing a whole lot of promise. This is an 89 plus point type wine for me. I like it a lot. This is on the cusp of a 90 pointer. 15 bones, great price for a Riesling that is so delightful. You know, Mott, it's a delightful effort. Peaches, apples, and pears. Oh my. Let's move on. Good stuff. Good start. Good start to this Thanksgiving Day. I'm happy about this. Now we're going to bring you to white Bordeaux. And this, because so many people do veggies on this day, is your veggie white. The Cru Juste 08 Bordeaux Blanc, 15 bones, predominantly Sauvignon Blanc, a little Semillon, and I'm really excited about this. Really excited about it, actually. Let's see what's going on here. Great color on the wine. Let's give it a sniffy sniff. You can see this is a little bit more grassy and herbaceous on the nose. A little bit of greenness coming through. Bordeaux Blancs are very underrated in the U.S. Way too many people have never had a Bordeaux white in their lives. Insane. Sauvignon Blanc and Semillon blends. Semillon's a grape that most of you have not heard of or drank. And it's a lot of fun, and they're very light, clean wines. This Cru Juste is showing a nice kind of balance between, there's an initial grassiness attack that makes me think New Zealand, but then it kind of gets creamed out and kind of leveled out, a little bit of stone kind of action, minerality on the tail end of the nose, which makes me say, you know, Old World. So it's got an interesting little balance that way. Let's see what happens on the palate. Now this has a much more intense tartness than the last wine. This actually tastes like a sweet tart, quite a bit actually. It's also a hair light, a little bit lighter than I remembered it. I don't know if the Riesling prior to it kind of coated my palate, but it is a little light, a little hollow in the mid palate. Let's give it a little shot. That being said, it does have this wonderful kind of the top of a pineapple. You know, like when you cut a pineapple, Mott, you get the top part. Everybody likes that. I always take that part and gnaw on it. It's always a more of a sour flavor because you're getting closer to the core. It's not as much of that sweet fruit. I get a little bit of that. So if you're looking for a little bit of that sourness instead of the sweetness, you know, like some of the family members right now. Some of them are a little sour, some are a little bit sweet. So, you know, this has an interesting herbaceousness that coats from the nose and continues to glide onto the palate. A hair light, an 88, 89 type point wine for me, maybe 88 plus, a hair light. But for a lot of the people in your crowd right now, this is going to be a big winner, and that's why we stuck it in there. I wanted something light and easy that goes really well with the first dishes. You know, some people do soups. It's a very intriguing white wine with soup. So if you're planning on doing a soup, you know, kind of cream of mushroom, you do soup on what kind of Thanksgiving? You go the Italian Thanksgiving?
No, we don't do the Italian anymore.
Okay, so what do you do?
My youth. Now it's the standard.
Okay, so in your youth, tell me what you did for.
Oh God, my grandmother would bring out the pasta first thing.
Right, and go coast to coast on me, Mott. Come on, this is a family. We're family, so tell me what you did.
And then we did the standard. Christmas Eve was the bigger.
Christmas Eve, the fish.
The fish.
Exactly. Got it. Okay, so but Thanksgiving pasta.
It was like you had to have a taste.
Just a little taste of the pasta. A little of the pasta. Yeah. Okay, and then what?
And then
go mashed potatoes and stuff like that.
Turkey.
Now
it's just.
But nothing standard. So what are you big on? You got the turkey.
Turkey stuffings, like a green bean casserole.
See, green bean casserole doesn't seem super standard to me. I'm about to get a ton of comments saying, "Where do you live?" Okay. Mashed potatoes.
Of course, mashed potatoes.
Sweet potatoes.
Yes, the yams.
Okay. Yams, okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's the best.
And
stuffing. You're big on stuffing.
Well,
that's all I care about.
I know you won't have it this way because it's not It's not the big K, but we gotta have sausage in the stuffing.
Oh, I'll take the sausage. I'm not
Okay,
scared of
that's
it.
the only way to have it. I don't care what anybody says.
You're a big sausage in the stuffing guy. I don't want the sausage. I want the stuffing to do its own thing. I just like, like even like stove top stuffing. I love stuffing.
Oh,
And the gravy, or like the sauce or whatever people call it. That, I mean, to me, it's about the mashed potatoes and the vegetables, string beans. I'm much more about the nuances, the side dishes, than the actual turkey.
Yeah, that's what it's. The turkey, sometimes it's dry, sometimes it's moist.
Yeah.
That's always the wild card. But the side dishes are.
Snake eyes. That was supposed to be dice. Sorry about that. Oh, dry. I hear you. All right, now let's go into the wine that I'm excited about, that I think a lot of you will be drinking as your Thanksgiving wine with the turkey. A lot of people talk about Zinfandel. This is Primitivo, so it's that game, the Botromagno Primitivo, 90 points Antonio Galani, $14 US. Primitivo is very much acting like the Zinfandel in this situation, as I like to say. Big laugh in the background. A little sniffy sniff. And you're going to see that really dark fruit and a little bit of that chocolate coming through in the nose. Doesn't have the over-the-topness that so many Zinfandels do from California, and definitely a little lighter on the oak, but a little bit more of that old world love. There's a little like sweaty sock coming through on this nose. Just smells smooth and smells old country, and it's very ruby. There's almost beets. There's almost like red beets on the nose. Black currant for sure. Little hint of pepper, but definitely not as much as we're used to seeing on Zins. The Primitivo grape is, obviously a one that associates very well with Zins, and it's a grape varietal that really has nice freshness, acidity, good tannins, and just very clean and tight often. There's a lot of crap, but there's a lot of good stuff, and I think you're going to be excited about this one. I've had this a couple times before, which, makes me very unusual for the Wine Library TV shows, but when I do packs, I like to put things in there that I know you're going to like, so let's give it a whirl. See, to me, this is the kind of old world love that I love. I'm dying. So curious. Please leave your comments specifically about this wine down below. I'm dying to see what you think, because it's a New World varietal. Well, not a New World varietal, but Zins act so New World. This is kind of black tea, grilled meat. I feel like somebody put a steak in my mouth, more so than grapes. And that's so interesting to me. And to me, it's juicy. I feel the juiciness right in here, the juiciness, which I think is quite important when you have the dry steak, man, when you come up dry so often. So, I like that, the roundness. This is becoming even more gamey. I had this about 6 months ago, and the gaminess has trumped even the subtle grape, classic kind of like grapey, grape, and plum flavors that I remember. Tastes a little of that fig, and there's that sharpness on the back end. Little wood mixed in with tannins, little tannic, dark chocolate, black tea, those things, a little pucker up, Grandma. You getting a little pucker up? You know what I mean. Good wine, really well made, very old world. Bordeaux fans are going to love it. And this is the kind of wine I think goes tremendous with the bird. I'm dying to see what people think about this. It's real man's wine, and I'm dying. I can see Uncle Harry right now. Belt, Belt's probably like, he's already got the belt over here, and you know how that gets, right? And just bring Uncle Harry a glass of this, because he'll be like, yeah, this is the kind of stuff. Good job, kid. That's the kind of stuff I like. And so, I think this is a very intriguing old world rendition of this varietal that I think a lot of people are going to enjoy. I'm dying to get the feedback on this one. And finally, brought out the big ass glass, Mom. Sorry. Sansonnet. 2006 Saint-Emilion Grand Cru. This wine is 85% Merlot and 15% Cabernet Franc. And I am really intrigued by this because this is a double bubble. This will go well with your food. I think Bordeaux is completely underrated as an option. People are like, Zin. And more importantly, the perfect, let's bring out the cigars, boys, watch the late game, Just grab a nice bottle. Oh, that's what you like, Mon, huh?
Giants.
Giants, Cowboys?
No, Giants.
Lions?
Broncos are the late game.
Oh, the super late game.
8.
8. Giants, Broncos. I'll be rooting for you guys again because I need the Broncos to lose. By this point, the Jets have probably lost to the Patriots and it's all over. But anyway, grab the bottle. At this point, some of the relatives maybe you didn't want around. You grab it. And with those 2 or 3 people you really want to share, a great bottle of Bordeaux. This is a $40, $45, $50 price point wine. Give it a sniffy sniff. And you smell the berries, baby. Mott, you need to smell this. I'm going to share it with you because that's what Thanksgiving's all about. You smell these great red raspberries, cherries, strawberries, red fruit. Smell it?
Very pretty.
It smells good, right?
Yes.
Just a creaminess on the nose. You can smell a little of that oak, but it's not like that over the top, like 2x4. Ho! Hacksaw Jim Duggan. No, it's a little bit of that creme fraiche that I like so much. It's a gorgeous nose. You're going to know you like it right away. Let's give it a whirl. Good firm tannins, great backbone structure, love it. It's a wine that, and a winery I adore, La Reserve, that I got to blend from this vintage, I think is even better, because that's what I feel that I'm able to do. But this standard cuvee is spectacular. I love the bitterness and the backbone of this wine. Big boy wine. Different than this wine because it's got so much more complexity. You can taste in the fruit and much more finesse. And that's kind of interesting. So it's almost like an athlete, right? Have you ever seen Chris Jenkins or Sean Rogers or Fred Roberts? I mean, these nose tackles, this is a nose tackle, Mott. I mean, these guys are like 400 pounds, and they can run faster than all of us. I mean, they're athletes. So it's the power, but the finesse. That's what this wine is. It's got the chops. This is a professional athlete. This is us. This is the pros. This is us. We're eating. These are the guys we're watching right now. I mean, that's what it is. The power and the structure, but still the finesse. There's a velvetiness on this wine that is spectacular. And then the real question becomes, can you deal with the greenness? Because there's a bell pepper component on the back end of this wine and a sourness and almost like a pickle. Almost like a little pickle. Don't be scared if you said it. There's a little pickle on the back end. That's my palate all day. It's a 90-point wine for me. Though, this finish puts hair on the chest, could scare some people. Big boy. And if you're watching this before you put this on or put out the wines, this would do nicely in your cellar for 3 to 4 years. But decant it for an hour or two, and I promise some of that bitterness that I'm tasting will even subside a little bit more. I love the power and the polish. It's a pretty, pretty wine. And Saint-Emilion and Merlot in general, massively underrated. And I just want to say I'm very thankful for the health of my family this year. And the question of the day is, what are you thankful for this year? Thank you so much for allowing me. You don't even really understand, I don't think, how much it means to me that you would let me into your home on such a special family occasion. So thank you. And if you're watching on Black Friday, thank you. If you're watching on Saturday, thank you. And Sunday, thank you. And that's it. I hope you're doing well. Mott, happy Thanksgiving, my friend.
Happy Thanksgiving, Gary. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
Oh, Mott! Mott speaking to the Vayner Nation. They're going to love that. You, with a little bit of me, we are changing the wine world.